Over the past 17 years, Mother Mother, an indie rock band hailing from Vancouver, has built a diehard following, dropping albums and hit tracks since 2007. And more recently, they've exploded onto the scene once again with a new wave of fans, giving even more fame and notoriety as fans across TikTok curate their own videos to one of the band's most popular tracks, Hayloft. Let's take a listen. Band members and siblings Ryan and Molly Goldemon join us now in studio to discuss your biggest tour album. Lots of stuff afoot here. Now, this is your 9th album, Grief Chapter. First of all, let's just start right there with the name, Grief Chapter. What does it mean? Where did it come from?
Grief Chapter, I was speaking with a friend who was grieving his father and other friends in his life, and so he was in quite a dark moment. And I said to him, sounds like you're in a grief chapter. And he, being a songwriter, said, yes, I am, but more importantly, that sounds like a great title for an unborn song. And so my homework was to write that song. Oh, wow. And then that kind of birthed a whole body of work, thematic to grief and death and mourning. You know, light topics such as that.
Yes, right. But the album doesn't really seem to have that sense of weightiness with the heavy darkness of potentially that mourning can bring.
Yeah, I think death is an interesting subject. Like, the more you investigate it, the more mysterious it becomes. And the best answer we could find for this inevitable conclusion is that it's here to help us live and love and appreciate this gift of life. And so, yeah, you're correct. At the core of this album, I think, it's more about celebrating life than it is about wallowing in death.
Molly, would you say that there has been a particular moment when you realized, wow, we have really become this viral sensation?
I think it was probably when we were all faced with this pandemic. We're at home, we think our career's like done, and then all of a sudden we hear that something called TikTok is exploding with us. And it was just out of the blue, this amazing group of people came together and just started sharing our music, making videos, and especially our older music, just like bringing it to life. It was incredible, just like a life-changing moment.
One thing that I often ask people who've had this kind of staying power, this long-term success as you all have, what's the secret sauce? You know, when you're able to see others come and go and try and never quite make it, yet you all have been around now for almost 2 decades.
I think you just don't quit. And, you know, not to oversimplify it, but you just don't quit. And you just weather the storms, and you believe in what you're doing, and you trust that success has peaks and valleys. And if you're in a valley, stick it out. A peak is around the corner.
I know you all have been going sold-out tours. You were in Europe, now you're bouncing around the United States, ultimately going to South America, Japan even. What kind of perspective does that give you, that your music really has an impact around the world?
Oh, it's just mind-blowing. We can't believe it, really. Yeah, I don't know. But everywhere we go, we're met with this same kind of group of amazing, creative, sensitive, artistic young people that are just taking our music and seeing, like, it, just expressing themselves through it. And it's like they're the same everywhere. It kind of makes you realize, like, how small the world is.
Molly, Ryan, all the best. Continued success to you both. We thank you so much for coming by. I want to let our viewers know Mother Mother's album, Grief Chapter, is out now wherever you listen to your music.